Mouseketeers, Princess Minnie or Kate here. If you're a returning friend, then welcome back. Guys, I've been so excited to film my Walt Disney World trip haul for you. And if you're a new friend, then welcome. I know that I have found many a YouTuber I subscribe to and really enjoyed their content based on their first haul that I saw. Hauls are kind of my guilty pleasure. Absolutely obsessed with them, so I hope you guys are as well. I do want to give a subscriber shout out really quickly, and that is going to be to Red, aka Carmen, here on YouTube. Red, Carmen, you let me know what you want me to call you in the comments down below. We got to meet up during one of my trip nights. Actually, we both were attending the May the 4th after hours event at Hollywood Studios, and I think it was like right before John and I went to go get our wristbands for the event that we ran into her, and I believe it was your mom, right? And we got to take a picture together and we talked for a couple of minutes about really fun stuff, and it was just cool to kind of have that nice break when we were like going all day long and all night long really too, at the after hours event. And I also want to take the moment to give a quick shout out to the people in the airport that said hi to John and I as we were boarding our plane. So it would have been really cool to get a chance to talk to you guys. I'm sure you were as exhausted as we were, but make sure you comment down below if you watch this video so I at least know your names, who you were, and maybe one day we'll get a chance to talk, since I know we're both Philly natives now. But Carmen, you are for sure the real Mouseketeer, so thank you so much for being an awesome subscriber and for meeting up with John and I that night. Walt Disney World haul! Oh my god. I tried not to spend too much money. I actually wound up spending probably like equal amounts of money on myself and on some gifts for friends, a couple of which I will show you. I don't have all of those things anymore, but I do have a couple of fun photos that I'll include towards the end of this video of some friend gifts. And so I tried to keep it a little bit light because John and I are going back to Disney with my family in July, and I intend on going kind of crazy on the souvenirs then because we're going to be driving, so I plan on buying all the breakables. The bag that I showed in my thumbnail, this is not all of the souvenirs we bought. It does contain a few things, but I thought this would just be fine to show in the thumbnail. There are a few additional things. Before we get into what I actually purchased, I want to go into something that maybe some people don't think of as a possible souvenir. So I made these mouse ears about a year or so ago, and I took them with me to Disneyland. So the idea was that I wanted to get Minnie Mouse to sign the Minnie Mouse ear and Mickey to sign the Mickey ear. Well, I kept forgetting the ears whenever I would meet Mickey Mouse. Somehow, like, it just went out of my head to like take them to character breakfast he'd be at or anything like that. So I did get Minnie's signature, and then I was like, oh no, what can I do? Well, I figured, hey, how cool would a souvenir be to have Minnie from Disneyland sign this side and Mickey from Disney World sign this side? So that is exactly what happened. So a little close up on those ears. Sebastian is wearing them. He's very festive. And so here are the back of my ears, and this is definitely my favorite pair of ears for this reason, and I think it's something I really want to do a lot in the future. And I may even just sometimes take ear parts before they're actually turned officially into ears, so that way I can put them together when I get home. So there was the Minnie Mouse signature, so pretty, from Disneyland, and here is Mickey's signature from Disney World. Now, John and I are not huge on asking characters for their signatures. We've never done like an autograph book. That just really wasn't for us. However, I do love the idea of characters signing things, like display items. If I ever like had it in me to carry a photo mat around the Disney parks, I would have a character sign like all around a photo frame mat, but I just don't have it in me to lug that thing around. But we did get 2 buttons signed, and this one is Best Day Ever. It was signed by Rapunzel. And this one is my birthday button, and it was signed by the characters at the Garden Grill Character Breakfast. And so I'll talk about each of those really quickly. This Best Day Ever button was signed by Rapunzel because you guys out there decided that the princess I am most like is Rapunzel. I'll talk more about that coming up in a future video. John and I are each doing a princess giveaway video. We'll do the giveaway video together, but we're each doing a giveaway within the video of the princesses that you guys said we were most like. And so I found this Best Day Ever button from Park Bound Buttons, and I had Rapunzel sign it. My original idea was to get like a whole bunch of characters to sign it, but then I just thought, you know what? I kind of like the idea of just having Rapunzel sign it. So that was like a really fun thing to do in the meet and greet with her as well. We did that at the Princess Fairy Tale Hall, I think it's called, in Magic Kingdom, right after our early morning magic event. So by the way, we did 2 early morning magic events in both Fantasyland and Toy Story Land, and we did the after hours event at Hollywood Studios. I will have a video coming out talking about those experiences, but you can also see how we lived them in our vlogs, and this week vlogs from that trip have started to come out. I'll link to those down below if you're interested in checking them out. We had a lot of fun, and I tried to make sure that the vlogs were not super long, so if you just want a taste of Disney, you can really enjoy them. But this is the only item that I will show you from that upcoming giveaway, just to get you excited for it. It might take like a week or two. I have a lot of videos coming out, so it might take a little bit of time for that video to come out. But oh, and also we're still waiting for some items for John's portion of it, because we intended for all the items to be from the Disney parks. We found a few things, but we've had a really hard time finding things we loved for the princesses that we got. So we wound up coming home and putting a few orders in. I am now completely done with my princess giveaway items, but we're still waiting on some of John's, so we have to wait for those to come in before we can show them to you. Birthday button, also from Parkbound Buttons. Getting characters to sign this was so much fun. I'm going to give you a close-up. You can see the intricacies of this. But I decided I really didn't want to carry this around with me like every day of the trip to get, like, say, my favorite character's signatures. So what I decided to do was take this to the Garden Grill character breakfast. And that is my favorite meal in Walt Disney World. It's so, so yummy. The cinnamon bun things they have there are just out of this world. Everything is so delicious. And so I thought, I love all these characters. Why not have a button kind of just symbolizing or summarizing also that whole experience? So a little bit of a close-up on that Rapunzel button. I actually also gifted this to my friend Melissa, who was going the week after us to Disney. So Melissa wound up taking this with her to the Bon Voyage character breakfast that's hosted on the boardwalk, and she actually got Rapunzel and Flynn Rider to sign it. I thought that was a phenomenal idea also. But you'll see this again in that upcoming video. Make sure you're subscribed so that you don't miss out on that possible princess giveaway. And my birthday button, I'm super obsessed with this. You can see Chip's signature up here. His is like the kind of like the least exciting to me, and it took him about half a second to sign it. Dale took forever, and we got this super cute signature. I'm so obsessed with it. And even though Chip is my favorite chipmunk, this kind of made me love Dale a little bit more. And then Mickey was the first to sign it, and I think they all did a great job of where they signed, by the way. I thought that was super cute, and then Pluto signed as well, and I thought that was just darling. Okay, so that's it for your like non-traditional souvenirs. Everything else are things that I did buy either in one of the 4 Disney parks or at Disney Springs. The first thing that I want to share with you that I bought at Epcot is a hat. Now, I'm not typically a hat person. If you know me, you know I love me some ears, and I will rock those in the park all day long from morning to night usually, and maybe like a day off here and there if it's a long trip and your head does start to get a little tender. But the ears I make and the ears that I've been gifted from others have been very comfortable. They're not like pinchy or anything, so I don't get headaches or anything. But one day I did feel my head get a little bit like as if it were burning. It really didn't burn too much, it was fine, but I decided, you know what, I better get a baseball cap. And I looked around and around and around, and this one in Epcot totally spoke to me. I think I only saw one other person wearing it the entire time we were at Disney, so it's not like everybody's wearing this, if that matters to you. And I just think it's so, so, so cute. So it's just this really pretty pink with some rose gold polka dots there, and the Mickey pom-poms absolutely kill me, and they are super, super soft. And I really liked the way it looked on. I thought it was adorable. And this will absolutely be a staple for me on upcoming Disney trips so that my head won't burn. Like maybe I'll keep it in my backpack or whatever I take with me to the parks, and this will be like my midday headgear. Usually John and I like to go super early to the park, rope drop, pre-park opening breakfast, hard ticket event like early morning magic, something like that. So I can wear ears for that, and then I can, you know, put these bad boys on maybe when the sun starts getting really aggressive around like 11:30 or 12, and we usually like to go back to the hotel or take a break for a restaurant, and then we'll even go back to the hotel and shower and completely redo everything for nighttime, and this can stay in the hotel room then, and I'll go back to wearing ears or maybe nothing on my head if it's like a dressy night out or something. And while we're talking about things that you can wear, I love, love, love Disney clothing. And Disney is getting so responsive to what people want. I really think, like, you know, I definitely go on Etsy and buy from small shops, but Disney's starting to pick up on that, and they're like, you know what? The people want more unique things. We don't all just want to wear Mickey Mouse smiling every single day of our lives. You know, we want things that are a little more interesting looking. And so I picked up in Disney Springs, I want to say it was like the InStyle store, this Mr. Toad's Wild Ride shirt, and I did actually pair these two things together. I loved that color combo. I was like, I'm at Disney, who cares? Who cares if the colors are a little bold, right? The color combo, but I really loved wearing these together, and this shirt is so soft. I wore it the very next day after I bought it. I wore this immediately after buying it, so I think that's how you know it's a good souvenir. And one of my suggestions is always underpack. You know, find yourself towards the end of the trip saying, I don't have anything to wear. Guess I'll have to buy something. Oh, and this was also, I really did need to buy it because I pretty much only wore tank tops, and again, I was a little bad. I neglected my sunscreen one day, and my shoulders got some color, my chest got some color, so I was like, I need a little more coverage than a tank top. So I needed to get myself a short sleeve shirt. So we fell in love with Mr. Toad, as we expected to, in Disneyland last summer. It's kind of a bummer he's not in Magic Kingdom anymore, but I love the Winnie the Pooh ride, so I probably wouldn't change that. Here it says, take a motor car to nowhere in particular. And then, of course, Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. You have his crazy face, which I just love. And it does say Fantasyland there at the bottom. And there you can see Toad actually driving his motor car. And I love that so much. We've only been back from Disney for about 3 weeks, and I've already worn that at least 2 times. Once to work for like a casual Friday, and I think once just like on a weekend. So I'm all about the Disney clothing. I'll probably be buying way too much of it this summer. The other Disney clothing item I got was actually also from the same store. I think they were having a discount maybe? Or else I was really just loving taking advantage of the fact that we're annual pass holders for the first time, and I got 20% off of everything. So yeah, that lets you buy a whole bunch more souvenirs. So I just washed this, so I'm just turning it inside out. And the reason I had to wash it is because I've been wearing this like crazy. It is like the new thing I'm gonna live in. So in the wintertime, I feel like I'll still be living in my Ravenclaw Universal sweatshirt, but in the like lighter months, like even spring, summer, fall, and yeah, even summer, I'll be wearing this blue hoodie that is all Castleworks Firework brand company. It's so cute. So it says Castle Fireworks brand. It says office is open nightly, and then when I showed John this, the first thing he saw and that he loved, it says business is booming. This material is also just like the softest, but it's also thin, and I feel like it's really hard to find a good thin hoodie. Like you just want a little bit of coverage for those like cool chilly summer nights even. But I was even able to wear this a little bit. I think I wore this on the plane back, so even in the Florida heat it wasn't too bothersome. So now we are going to move on to the Epcot bag, and that's everything that's left for this haul. There's still quite a few things. Oh, that's not true. There is one other item, but I think I'll save it to last because it's a Loungefly bag, and those are always amazing, and it's the first one I think I ever bought myself, so can't wait to show you that. But so the Disney parks are doing this new thing where you can purchase these reusable bags, and they have them in several sizes. This was a pretty small size, and like I said, I didn't buy too much, so for the most part, stores would just give me a small, like a really small, like if I was buying a pin, like a small Disney Parks bag. They weren't asking me to buy this huge bag for one pin or anything. But they were asking people if they wanted to buy like a small, maybe they have a medium and a large, or it might just be 2 sizes, I don't remember. But this was pretty cheap, and even though I'm not a big reusable tote person, I thought, why the heck not? In fact, the guy who, the cast member who was checking people out in front of me, there were like 3 people in front of me, I think, and he would be like, oh, are you interested in buying a reusable tote? And they were all like, no, no, no. That's it. And so it was really funny because I kind of decided in line, like, I'm gonna get one for this guy. Because so then he was like, are you interested at all in a reusable tote? And I was like, yes, thank you, or something like that, or yes, please. And he was like, really? Like, he was so excited that I would buy it. So it's really cute. I'm really happy I bought it. And if nothing else, I could also send this out like to a friend with a gift in it. So I think it's a good use of a couple bucks, maybe like $2 or something. So of course you have Spaceship Earth, or as I like to call it, the Epcot ball, no shame. And then here you have Mickey's face, I like that in black and white. You have the monorail. I guess maybe this is representing like mission space or just space in general. And then the World Showcase, which I am a huge sucker for. So the reason I needed a bag is because, well, I bought this hat, but he cut the tags off for me and I wore it out immediately. It was also because I bought a plush. It's the only plush I bought on the trip. I'm trying to be a little bit better about not buying too many plushies, even though yesterday I just went to Build-A-Bear and made 2. Uh-oh. They were having a good deal, what can I say? So I have had my eye on this World Showcase, again I'm a sucker for it, Minnie Mouse plush since New Year's. I first saw this on Shop Disney on New Year's Day, I remember it, and I was like, if I still want this when I see it in Disney World, I'm gonna buy it, and sure enough, I wanted it. I think they also had a matching Mickey, but I thought, you know what, Minnie's enough for me. I went through every single Minnie in the place, looking for like the perfect bow. This was about as perfect as I could get. This one looks pretty nice. Some of them were a little wonky, but her dress and her bow are made up of all of the flags of the World Showcase countries, and she has her classic yellow heels, and I just thought this was so great. She's not too large, so, you know, she could go on one of my shelves behind me, or she could be, like, great on a display shelf I have downstairs. Oh my gosh, I just noticed that her shoe says Epcot. That is another just darling little thing. But honestly, even if she had, like, a black dress on, this bow was everything to me. Love the World Showcase, so excited to show my family it this summer, and my sister agreed to go drinking around the world with me, so I cannot wait for that. Maybe Minnie will have to come back with me. Everything else is fairly small. We have a bunch of pins and a piece of artwork. So first, we were there. Our first park day was May 4th. And so Disney had this limited release set at Hollywood Studios celebrating the 30th anniversary of the parks. And I thought, Hollywood Studios is one of my favorite parks. Honestly, after this trip, Animal Kingdom and like Hollywood Studios were always like this for me, with Animal Kingdom just winning. And after seeing Toy Story Land, and we got to see like what Galaxy's Edge is pretty much going to look like as we rode Slinky Dog Dash, we could kind of look over and there it was. I think Hollywood Studios is now the winner for me. I just love it so much, and my favorite rides are pretty much also in Hollywood Studios, so I think officially Hollywood Studios is now my favorite park, with Animal Kingdom being like just like real close second. And I also turned 30, just a few days before, actually one day before Hollywood Studios, because their birthday officially is May 1st. So again, I went through every single pin set that they had on the racks in this one store in Hollywood Studios, because I kept noticing flaws with like all of them. So if you see a flaw in one of my pins as I give you a close-up, please don't tell me. So it is limited release, so I don't know when they're going to keep those out until probably quite a while, but they have some great icons here, and they're all like Hollywood Studios-esque icons. So you have Mickey, you have Edna Mode, who is meeting currently, I believe, in Hollywood Studios. You have Kermit representing the Muppets. We did not get to do Muppet Vision 3D this time, but I would like to next time. You have Olaf, and I got to meet Olaf on this trip at Hollywood Studios. You have Woody, of course, Toy Story Land is huge there. I also met Woody, and you have BB-8. I had a chance to meet BB-8, but I did not take it because I know he does meet frequently, so I chose to meet some characters that were rarer. During our May the 4th event, I got to meet some Ewoks and some Jawas. And sorry BB-8, I can meet you another time. But I don't necessarily want to keep all of these pins. I definitely will be keeping the Mickey, probably the BB-8, probably the Olaf, maybe the Woody. I think The Edna and the Kermit could possibly be traders for me or gifts to friends, just because they're not my things, but they're still really cute. I also got another limited release pin for the same thing, the 30th birthday of, or 30th anniversary, I guess, you know, not a birthday, of Hollywood Studios, and I had such a hard time picking. They had 2 left. I think they were out of the annual pass holder one, but honestly, that was my least favorite anyway. This one, I had such a hard time picking between this and a blue one, but I was good, and I only got one, because I figured I only needed one, and even though this was gray, and I didn't like it as much as the blue color of the other one, this one had, like, icons and characters on it, so it just spoke to my soul a little bit more as a Disney fan. The overall look of the pin, the backer is pretty cute as well. And you have Mickey. I mean, you can't beat Mickey, right? And I love the big 30. And then, of course, you also have the fireworks over Tower of Terror. You have Buzz and Woody. You have some Star Wars references here. I just really thought that this pin was overall really adorable. Oh, one kind of unusual souvenir that I'll talk about really briefly is we ate at the new Snow White character dinner at Artist Point, the storybook dining, I think it's called, and on our tables there was this little apple that had the signatures of the 4 characters that you meet. Grumpy, the evil queen, although it just says the queen, I wonder who decided that, Snow White, and Dopey. So in all honesty, this was not our favorite character meal. We do character meals all the time. This was just not my favorite for various reasons. If you'd like to talk to me more about it, please feel free to contact me or talk about it or ask me about it down below. But ultimately, I thought this was a really cute idea. Our very last day, we wound up going to the Polynesian, and in their gift shop, I found 2 really cute things that I'm gifting to a friend that I wanted to share with you. I have this pin showcasing Ariel, which is so lovely, and then these chocolate coins with some just classic Disney things on them, and who doesn't like some chocolate? This is also very large, like size of my hand, size of the chocolate coins. And then on the large coin, there we go, you have the castle and Tinkerbell. And here you have Mickey and Minnie. And who is that? Daisy, Donald, and is that Goofy? There he is. Sometimes it's a little hard to make out these kind of things. But I thought this was just like a darling little gift to let someone know you were thinking of them. And then this pin, I thought Ariel looked absolutely beautiful on. I liked the background, her hair, her face is gorgeous, and her tail is doing a real cool little thing there. So I am really excited to gift this to a friend. So our awesome friends Chris and Jess also cat sat for us while we were gone. They checked in on our kitty cats and made sure they were a-okay while we were in Disney World. And so as a thank you, we bought them a few things. Jess pretty much likes everything in Disney, but I wanted to get her something really unique and kind of even like weird. So in the World of Disney store in Disney Springs, I found this awesome Bing Bong plush. And Bing Bong, I mean, he's so cool, right? I might even need to get myself one this summer. I don't know. I made sure to take like pictures of all the really cool details of him. He has the most awesome tail and jacket, and his face is darling. And now it did not say it. Like when you buy a Lotso plush, sometimes it'll say smells like strawberries. I kid you not, this Bing Bong totally smells like cotton candy. Completely. And I wasn't the only one to think so. So there was no sticker on him or sign when I bought him that said he smelled like cotton candy, but he smells like cotton candy. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. Disney also just released something new, and my friend Jess, like most people, love mystery things. So they had these I think they're called Wishables, and they had them for the Finding Nemo movie, and she and her husband are, well, at least her husband, big fish fans. They have huge aquariums in their house, and so we just thought that would be a fun thing to give her too, a quick mystery. And they had 4 options. I was really hoping she would get Bruce the Shark, but she did get a little submarine, which it's pretty cute, so it went into her plushie collection. I might have to pick her up another one this summer and hope that she gets something better than that. And it was cute, but like there were some other options I liked better. And then finally we got them some confetti popcorn because you can't go wrong with Disney park snacks, especially their popcorn. You can't eat a lot of it at once. It's super sweet, but I thought that the coloring made it just extra fun. And I think we kind of opened it up and tasted pieces of it, and I think I took one piece just to really see if the colors mattered, and I think they do because I took a purple piece and it totally tasted like grape. So I'm guessing the colors actually are relevant and not just random food coloring. John bought me 2 pins while we were at the Wilderness Lodge waiting for our Artist Point dinner, and I just got what I thought were like the classiest Disney pins I've ever seen in my life. I can't wait to give you guys close-ups of these, but it's Mickey Mouse looking over the Cinderella castle while fireworks are booming, and it is the Walt Disney World D. I just thought, especially probably because it's on this like white and gold backer card, it just adds a little more sophistication to it. But I thought this was one of the loveliest pins I've ever seen in my life, with like the sketched out castle, the fireworks, the unusual border in gold, and then just Mickey. Again, like I said it before, but you can't go wrong with Mickey Mouse. And the Disneyland D, where the line for the D is part of the castle. I know they have one of these for Disneyland as well. This is, I don't know if I said it wrong, but this is the Disney World one. I know they have one for Disneyland as well, and I'd love to get my hands on that one too because we have visited Disneyland. But for right now, I'm very happy having this one. One souvenir tip for Disney World is that I don't actually tend to love buying pins in the parks. I'm a huge pin person, but you can usually get them a lot cheaper from various sources. I like to get my rack pins usually from Discount Disney Pin Trading on Facebook. So that's a little tip for you. But at the same time, sometimes it just feels so special to buy a pin at the parks. So either way, you can't really go wrong. But if you want to save a little money before your Disney trip, go and buy some pins from Discount Disney Pin Trading. I don't like rep them or anything like that, I just love them. So there you go. And then if you can't find one that you're looking for and you see it in the parks, go ahead and splurge then. Before I show you my Loungefly bag, I have to show you this postcard from Wonderground Gallery because your girl was not going to Disney Springs and not getting something from the Wonderground Gallery. Hint, hint, there may be some things from the Wonderground Gallery in the upcoming Princess giveaway. There are. I'm just gonna actually flat out tell you. There are, and they're awesome. And this is one of them because I had to get one for you, but then I had to get one for me too. It is this glorious Rapunzel and Flynn Rider postcard during one of the most romantic and best scenes of any Disney movie. Convince me I'm wrong. I just thought this was absolutely stunning, and the more I look at it, even on camera, which is kind of hard for me to always make out details when I'm looking in the camera, it's just still like taking my breath away. I almost regret that I've already shown my Rapunzel collection to you guys because this totally needs to go on my Rapunzel pin board. Maybe I just need to collect some more Rapunzel pins. This I have decided I do, and I said this in that video too, I really want to specifically collect pins with this scene on it. And I happen to have this pin right next to me, so I figured I would just show you this scene. I really would like every pin, even fantasy, whatever I can find of this. Finally, we spent a lot of time in Hollywood Studios. We did the May the 4th event. We're big Star Wars geeks. We rode Star Tours a whole bunch. It's one of the rides I would wait the longest in line for. And so I had to pick myself up this Yoda Loungefly backpack. I'm so obsessed with it. It's my new everyday backpack, not to work, but like when I go out. There's nothing I don't love about it. The size is perfection for the Disney parks. If you're interested in a what goes in my Disney park bag video, I may do one in July in preparation for our trip. So let me know if you're interested in that. And if enough people are interested, it's something that I will do. But I just love the green of Yoda they nailed. I love the kind of the brown rustic, almost suede look here, and then the super rustic textured part here as well. The back is the same. The straps are brown too, and they feel so nice. This bag feels so high quality, and that's why you know, I didn't necessarily spend a lot because I spent a lot on this. These bags are not cheap. I was really happy to have my annual pass holder discount as well, and now I'm totally obsessed with backpacks at the Disney parks. But I absolutely love this. I'm not going to show you the inside because there's really nothing special about like the lining or anything, but I will give you a close-up of his awesome Yoda face. I love how his ears stick out. So he was a little hard to get home. I was worried about damaging his ears, but they were fine in the end. And that's what the zipper pulls look like. I am definitely more of like a bad guy fan. Like my favorite character is actually Darth Vader. And I also really love Kylo Ren. But you know what? My favorite good guy is absolutely Yoda. So that's it. My Walt Disney World haul from May 2019. It's, you know, it felt like a lot showing it to you guys, and so I'm really happy with the amount of things that I bought. I really truly loved everything. I really didn't let myself get anything that I wasn't like obsessed with, and I'm happy the things that I passed over. It can be really tempting when you're, you know, facing so many cool items in the stores, but I'm really happy with what I got. And I'm super excited to really blow the budget on souvenirs in July, because I really plan on buying like ornaments and maybe glassware and artwork and things that I normally don't want to take on a plane with me. So can't wait for that. Make sure you're subscribed, especially for that future upcoming princess giveaway. As soon as John's princess items comes in, we will film that video and put it up for you. So I cannot wait to connect with you guys in the comments down below. Please tell me what you loved from this haul, if we're twins on anything, and if you're interested in maybe what's in my Disney Park bag haul coming in July. Thank you guys so much. It was awesome to hang out with you today, and I will see you real soon.